Hey guys, we are here with Peekaboo Pointe, BurlesqueCon 2014, and I'm Kitty Cat Tamil for Working the Tease. I'm a little jealous of your dance resume career.
Oh yeah.
You worked with some pretty amazing choreographers through the year.
Yeah.
And were you a dancer that then got into burlesque, or?
Yeah, I was a dancer my entire life.
Yeah.
And I have a degree in modern dance and choreography.
Yeah.
And then decided that I didn't want to be just another body. And accidentally found burlesque a long time ago. And then that kind of started me on, and I feel like it's much more me. It is me.
How is it different than being like a modern dancer?
I'm in charge of everything.
Yeah.
So I create everything. I'm in charge of my own business. I do my own choreography, everything. So it's and I approach it the same way that I do modern dance. So.
As a ballerina, I was never a soloist because I don't have a ballet body by any means. And then like you join the world of burlesque and they're like, oh, you can dance on your toes?
Yeah.
And you're like, yes, I can.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I can do a solo now.
Yeah,
absolutely. It gives you like, you're not fit within those certain body parameters that in certain dances you sometimes are.
Yeah.
I mean, modern at least is a little bit more open with.
It is, but it's still the same. I mean, you're still dancing with a group of people, and you're a body in one person's vision.
Yeah.
You know, so it's still, you know, and I found myself in other people's visions that I didn't really want to be a part of when I was dancing. I was always obsessed with the lowbrow side of art rather than high art. So I was always interested in like this more like visceral, sexy, raunchy side of art. So.
And how do you go into a story to start choreographing? Like
into a story?
Yeah, like do you look at it as a story, or do you pick a piece of music, or
it's always
concept?
It's always different.
Yeah.
Every one of my acts is different in that way. So sometimes I'll be inspired by music. Sometimes I'll be inspired by something I saw on the street. Sometimes I'll be inspired by like a moment I had one night, or it's all different. I never know where it's going to come from or when.
Sometimes I feel like in the world of dance, especially modern dance, where like there are modern companies that dance naked. Like, right off the bat.
Totally.
They're like, yeah, you're not going to wear clothes as a modern dancer. But, like, when you switched over to starting to do burlesque, was there a transition, like, with your family or, like, you know, in the dance community? Or was it just, like, another aspect that you were starting with? Like, that you were like, I'm going to do this now? And
yeah, it was just another act. It was actually by total accident.
Okay.
I really didn't, I mean, I had done a lot of research on burlesque, and Satana had been my hero since I was 14 years old. So I was always obsessed with, like, not obsessed, but like really interested in that era. But I didn't really know, I mean, I know it wasn't like a scene.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a tiny little scene, but I didn't find it until I moved to New York.
Yeah.
So when I moved to New York, it was, you know, there was like 5 people doing burlesque, and I was like, oh my god, the people do this? And so I ended up in this show, and then I took a class. There was one class there was no schools then, but there was a workshop that Ducky Doolittle, who's no longer performing, but she's a well-known sex educator now, and she taught this class about burlesque, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going. And it was totally by accident. I was working with a modern dance company at the time, and I was like, not feeling it.
Yeah.
And then going to auditions and just really like feeling not a part of the dance world. Yeah. And I'd always kind of not felt a part of the dance world. There was always a part of me that was like, something doesn't sit right with me. I love dancing, I love the work, but something isn't resonating. Right. And then I got on the burlesque stage and I was like, oh, that's why it's not resonating. Ta-da! And it totally it was like dominoes falling. Yeah. And I stayed dancing with that company for another year, and then eventually it was just like, nah, I just have to let it go.
So thank you again for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button underneath, comment, like, you know, let us know all about this crazy adventure we are in BurlesqueCon 2014. I'm Kitty Gatinil, this is Peekaboo Pointe. Thanks for watching. Bye! Bye.